I have hit record. It's the Prez, Morning Joe and the Pro, Teddy Covers in a 1980s white blazer. Matches your gray hair. How are you, my friend?
Look, all the clothes I have, every one of them is something that Kara approved. All right.
Well,
My
that
wife
doesn't
buys
mean
my
it.
clothes.
That doesn't mean it's nice.
Didn't say it was nice. All I said is that my wife approved it. You know, Kara's got a fashion sense. I have none. All right, flat out. Obviously, I hang out with you. But as long as my wife says it's okay, I'll wear it once in a while.
Okay, good. Well, at least your wife is happy. He's Teddy Covers. I'm the Prez, Morning Joe and the Pro. You can find us at YouTube on our YouTube channel, WagerTalk TV, and at sportsmemo.com and wagertalk.com. Teddy, let's start with the most important thing. How was your weekend?
Crappy. How about you?
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily judge my entire weekend by whether I win or lose, although
Why not?
I had winning days both days, so I'm okay.
There you go. You had a good weekend.
But I had a better weekend. I loved Game of Thrones. I had Seder with my family. I saw my kids. I hung out with my woman. I can't complain, brother. Are you miserable today?
Usual.
Then that would be a yes. We love when you're miserable.
No, miserable people don't laugh like that, do they?
Oh, whatever, dude. So how you doing in this NBA playoffs? Me, not so good.
I had an okay weekend in the NBA. The NBA's been okay. Baseball's making me frustrated this last week. The NBA's been fine. I mean, it hasn't been great, but it's been, I'm on a decent run in the postseason, and we had a real good run to close out the regular season. So, but I feel like I've missed some low-hanging fruit that I should have had. That's what's frustrated me in the NBA. I feel like I should have had a lot more than I have. And I think it's kind of like the Sixers. You know, I knew the Sixers were better than the Nets, and I didn't bet the Sixers in the games in Brooklyn, and I'm kicking myself. So, you know, that sort of thing.
How about the Raps last night? Laid the smackdown on Orlando. They look good. This is going to be a tough team for anybody to face.
Kyle Lowry will screw up in an important time, and that will cost Toronto a series. You can count. Watch. I mean, the top four in the East are all really good, and from a power rating standpoint, they're pretty close. I mean, Milwaukee, Toronto, Boston, and whoever that fourth team is. Man, it feels like a Monday right now. And whoever that fourth team. Why am I spacing right now?
Boston, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, and Toronto.
Philly, yeah, I just talked about it. Yeah, the Sixers. Those four teams, from a power rating standpoint, are pretty freaking even. You know, the Bucks are a little bit higher, the Celtics are a little bit lower, but all four of those teams are going to survive and advance in the second round, and the second round of the Eastern Conference is going to be a lot of fun, and so is the Eastern Conference Championship, because we are talking about teams that, you know, there's no big favorite, and any one of the four can come out and none of us would be shocked.
Well, and I feel the same way about the Western Conference in the second round. I mean, you're going to have likely a Houston Golden State matchup.
And the winner of that series will go to the finals.
Yeah. But the second round will be good. You know, Portland against potentially San Antonio or even Denver. It's going to be.
That's not four teams that are equally right. That's Golden State, Houston, and then two other teams that are going to be playing each other. You know, as opposed to the East, where all four are just stacked right up on top. You see what I'm saying?
Can you do the hand movements again? Really helped with that.
Yeah. So let's get them up and higher.
Teddy, you sent me some videos of your boy playing drums, and they were amazing, dude.
I told you he's good.
Oh, my God. Okay, firstly, you set him up outside of Caesars or something with garbage cans, and he was busking?
Yeah, he plays on Fremont Street. It's not Caesars. Yeah, we don't do it regular, but every once in a while we go down in the afternoons and play on Fremont Street, and he plays for tips. Yeah, he really likes doing that.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. And they love him. You know, they eat him up out there. You know, I got him. I got some buckets, and he's just jamming on the buckets and singing and having a good time. And he draws a crowd. People come by and they like giving money to a smiling kid. You know, for sure. He makes bank there, man. He makes more than, forget allowance. The kid goes out to Fremont Street. He comes home with more money than he makes more money than he can spend.
I loved him playing with the band, though. That was the most impressive because, you know, he kept really good time. He had nice fills. I mean, he felt like he was a player.
Yeah, I mean, he's been drumming since he was in the womb. I kid you not. Karen and whatever. I'm not going to tell baby stories, but yeah, he's been. I mean, we got him his first drum set when he was 1. He just had it in him.
Where does
We Will
that
Rock You changed his life. Yeah, as a 6-month-old, he was on it, and nobody else was on it, and we're like, hey, this kid might have something.
How did he find that band?
I don't even know which video I sent you.
You sent me a video with him playing.
Look, he'll go. Do you know him? Have you met him?
Yeah, dude, I know him, and I love the kid.
He goes around and talks to everybody, dude. That's what he does. He's down on Fremont Street. He's interacting with people. Way more than I ever did.
So he found a group of adults who have a band, and he asked to be their drummer.
I honestly don't know what video you're looking at. Which one I sent you? There are times where he plays with other people. There are times that he plays by himself. If it might have been did I send you a recital? It might have been his recital.
Ready, everybody?
Yeah, that's at his recital, dude.
Here, hold on. Let everyone listen.
No, that's fine. That's at his recital.
That's awesome. Oh, I so much enjoyed it. 2 games tonight, Teddy. Let's get to them both, shall we? My computer has froze. Nothing like a frozen computer while you're in the middle of a show.
Yeah, well, upgrade, my friend, upgrade.
You watched Game of Thrones last night?
What's that?
You watched Game of Thrones last night? No. Who has time to do that? Detroit plus 12.5. The over and under is 220. The series could be finished tonight. What's going on?
The series will be finished tonight. The Bucks are 12.5-point road favorites. The question is whether they're going to win by 10 or whether they're going to win by 15 or more. That's the only question. This series does not go 5 games. Milwaukee has shown the ability to go for the jugular all season. The Pistons got a huge performance from Blake Griffin in Game 3, and it wasn't enough. But this has been a significantly one-sided betting series. The books have taken a bath on the Bucks. They've really taken a bath on this series. And when it comes to Game 4, they know there's no Detroit money out there in the markets. The wise guys don't want the Pistons. The public doesn't want the Pistons. Nobody wants the Pistons. So you are paying a nobody wants the Pistons tax on the Bucks tonight when you talk about laying 13 in this ballgame. Clance and I cashed ticket on the over in Game 3. Going into that game, Dwayne Casey was saying, hey, we got to score. We're not going to stop them. We're in the 90s and the 80s in Milwaukee. We got to push the pace and get baskets. And the game did finally go over the total late. It made it maybe sweating what should have been an easy over. But it got there, and the markets have already reacted to that. The Pistons playing small ball, and Detroit going with the 3-guard lineups, and Detroit trying to push the pace. A total for Game 3 was 216. Now we're looking at 220s in a lot of spots. So the markets have clearly adjusted to the fact that Milwaukee's going to sweep this series tonight, and the Pistons have up their level of play playing with a 3-guard lineup. So from a value standpoint, there's none on this ballgame. 0. Unless you like Detroit and, knock yourself out if you like the Pistons. You're the only one.
Houston versus Utah. Talk about a line move, brother. It came out at 205, the over and under. It's now at 214.5. That's insane. Utah was minus 2.5. They're now plus 3. Marco and a bunch of guys thought Utah would get it done in Game 3. That didn't happen. What do we do tonight? Hard to take Houston now and the over, given that so much value is gone. But I still think Houston finishes the job.
205. Where'd you see a 205?
Well, that was the original opening line.
By who?
I have.
Don't give me that. Don't roll your eyes at me. If you're giving out BOL openers, they're bullshit openers. They don't count.
Okay, fine.
BOL's often first to market. They take $200 and then nobody adjusts to it. The real opener is Penny, Chris, Westgate, whatever you want to call. When open 212. So we have seen a little bit of over money, but none of this huge over that you're talking about. This massive line move. That's not real. And when we do a podcast, we like to give people information that's real. Otherwise, they won't watch us. Don't you think, Lawrence? Why are you rolling your eyes?
My eyes are staying directly on the screen looking at your handsome ass face.
You get so mad when I correct you.
Just shut up and tell us what you're betting.
Aren't now you've got do you have a case of the Mondays?
I haven't gone to the gym. I need a coffee. I'm hungry as shit. Can you just finish the show?
That's what Kara says all the time.
Good. Now, what the hell is going to happen in this
done.
game?
Houston and Utah. Okay, there's been a little bit of over money. There's been a significant adjustment between the game 3 and the game 4 odds. Obviously, the Jazz were favored in game 3. Now we're seeing a 5.5, 6 point adjustment towards towards Houston in game 4 because they're up 3-0 in the series. And now the reports out of the Jazz locker room, quote, they were deeply deflated after the game. No team in history has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit. We saw the money pour in on Boston yesterday. They sweep out Indiana. I mean, this is the way the markets move in the NBA. They're expecting the sweep. All that being said, the Rockets haven't swept anybody in the James Harden era. They've won 5 playoff series since Harden got there. 4 of them came in 5 games, 1 in 7, 0 in 4. And everyone's talking about Harden started 0 for 15 and finished 3 for 20. What they're not talking about is every single role player that Houston has played great in game 3. We'll have to see if they can do that again next time around. I like the quotes coming out of Utah. You know, Donovan Mitchell. I don't think anyone's just going to lay over on Monday. I don't think that's the case. That's not what this organization is based on. It's an uphill battle. We're not going to lay over and give them the game. And you've seen a bunch of quotes like that from this squad, from Royce O'Neal, from Kyle Korver, saying, hey, it looks bad. We haven't given up yet. You often see quotes like that for teams coming into a hopeless game 4 setting. But Utah appears to be more interested in going back to Houston than most teams down 0-3 facing a road trip if they win game 4.
He's Teddy. I'm the Prez. Morning Joe and the Pro in the bag. Make sure to watch Puck Time with Alex and Andrew. And Tony Finn is on First Pitch to talk baseball. Theodore, tomorrow, baseball?
Oh, yeah. Sounds like a good time. I can't wait.
I'm going to make it an extra long show.
I hope so. Yeah, let's make it. Let's not just go through every game on the board once. Let's do it once for sides and then go through back again for totals.
And then 5 innings.
Yeah, and then run lines.
Done. Consider it done. Book 2 hours.
6-hour MLB podcast.
A 4-hour MLB podcast tomorrow at WagerTalk.com. Brother, I'm going to eat, and then I got Tony up next for First Pitch. I got to run. You're the best. Be well, send my love to your family. Bye.